My dear friends, thank you so much. And it's nice to see you again as always. So let us continue on with favorites of the year from the Criterion Collection this year, 2023. So the next category I'd like to talk about is my favorite essays in the Criterion Collection releases. So as we know, with each Criterion release, there will be a written essay in the insert or leaflet or staple booklet that forms part of the overall release. It's one of the great things about physical media releases overall. It's true not just of Criterion, of course, but other wonderful labels out there. So, and I think a lot of the source information and wonderful jumping on off points, excuse me, for further research and further journeys of people who might be interested. A lot of that can be found in the wonderful critical essays that are found with these releases. And Criterion is no exception to that, my dear friends. So with each release this year, there have been just a wealth of information and knowledge being shared by the essayists in question. And I've certainly benefited from reading their great works. It's been so much fun and so enlightening, and I've been again. It's been a great learning experience to read these essays. But if I had to choose, it's such a tough choice, my dear friends. But if I had to choose, let's say three of my favorite essays from the Criterion Collection, it was a tough call, but I have chosen three, and let me share with you what they are in order of, say, from three to two to one. So the first one is the essay that was included with a release. That's a multi-disc Blu-ray set that was at spine number 1197. And the set was this: Jackie Chan, Emergence of a Superstar. And I have the booklet here. It's a great booklet. And the booklet had the wonderful essay starting on page 14 here. And it was Alex Papademos' essay, Bugs Bunny in the Shaolin Temple. And I really loved this for a number of reasons. I think it was very comprehensive in terms of this period of Jackie Chan's career, late 70s into the early 80s, and then charting the key points of the career and filmography and drama, as well as some of the key points along, or the major points along the way in terms of the cinema output and the filmography milestones, many of which are relevant to the specific 6 films that are part of this Criterion set. So, and it's so well written. And in fact, I would say too that as much as I really admired and enjoyed this set, very much so, the Blu-ray set, I think the Blu-rays themselves, I'm not sure. I would have loved to have seen more supplements that spoke to, say, the trajectory of the career of Jackie Chan in this way. Not to say that there aren't supplements that address that. I think there's some great supplements, and I dare say we might even hear more about these supplements maybe in some future videos. But um, uh, again, it would have been so great to have had, say, more, say, academic essays or commentary tracks where there weren't any, or I'm sorry, when I say academic essay, video essays, etc., or more Criterion produced interviews, etc. That would have been really fantastic. But what we do get is still very good. And I would say too that the essay, Bugs Bunny and the Shaolin Temple, really helps to fill in a lot of those points that one might be curious about when one finishes watching the Blu-ray supplements. You turn to this essay and it gives you so much information. And again, I am not expert when it comes to all the details of Jackie Chan's career and filmography during this period. So an essay like this really helped me tremendously. So that's why I have it at my number 3 favorite essay from Criterion's 2023 releases. My strong recommendation, as always, is to watch all the films first, by the way, before reading the essays. But once you've seen the Jackie Chan films in the set, you can read the great essay. Again, my number 3 favorite essay from the year. So that's number 3. Number 2 favorite essay is for the accompanying, or the essay that accompanies the release that was at spine number 1189. And the release was this. This is also a multi-disc Blu-ray set. It says Bo Widerberg's New Swedish Cinema. And this was also a multi-disc set, and we had 4 feature films that were included, directed by Widerberg. And this, I think, was a real eye-opener for me. And this set provided a great way to learn more about the filmmaker and these films. And I was very captivated by them. I must say, in particular, I was quite captivated by one of the works, which is called Odalin 31. But in any event, the essay on the wonderful staple booklet is included here. And this essay is so comprehensive, so wonderful, by Peter Cowie, called Another Sweden. And this is very comprehensive, and it's comprehensive, and it also goes into detail about each of the films as well, which is really wonderful. Once again, I love what Criterion did with this set. It's a multi-disc Blu-ray set. The films are spread out over these various discs. It's a great set overall for films of a filmmaker that I've had very little exposure to or information on. So my own Biederberg journey was, I think, launched in a very confident way in this Criterion set. So this is a great set in that way. But with what we have in the supplements category, and the supplements that are included are very, very helpful and illuminating, but it would have been nice to have had more. More commentary tracks or more, say, video essays or the like. But if one feels that way, then you can turn to the great Peter Cowie essay. And again, it fills in all those points that one might be asking. And the details and links to history and the scope of society. Because a lot of these films, I mean, for me, my understanding is that the key point, or one of the key points, is the historical context, both in terms of the contemporary times that the films were being made and or the historical context of the stories that are the subject of the Biederberg cinema here. So for these and other reasons, the essay by Peter Cowie, Another Sweden, is top-notch, top-tier stuff. It is overall comprehensive, and it's very wide-ranging and sweeping, which is great, but it also covers a lot of the specifics of the films that are part of this set here. So well done for this wonderful essay by Peter Cowie, my number 2 favorite essay from the year. And that leaves my number 1 favorite essay, and it is also for a Blu-ray set, a multi-disc set. And this set is, I'll just show it right here. It's right here. It's the Behemoth. And the set it's so big, it's blocking. I can't, there we go. Let me see if I can try to be able to, it's so awesome that it's like, yeah, it's okay if it blocks my face out, because it's this is what you should see. You should focus on, not me, but this wonderful set. It's the Pasolini 101 set, and I had the great honor of being able to speak about it. But one of the things I did mention too is the notes or the essays by James Quant. And I want to say that the essays by James Quant were really quite great indeed. And then to top it off with the overall essay. So James Quant wrote write-ups on each of the individual films, which were just top-notch, and then the overall comprehensive essay, which is something that James Quant also provided here for this great booklet. So I think maybe in combination of those wonderful write-ups that he provided for each of the films, again, they aren't synopsis style writings. They are actual critical essays for each of the films, plus the overarching essay. So top marks across the board for the James Quant contributions here. I thought it was amazing. They are amazing. They are so illuminating. And again, I love this set from Criterion, don't get me wrong, but there were moments, I will grant you, that it did leave me feeling like leave me wanting because of, say, maybe I would have wished that they could have had more supplements here, or video essay there, or commentary track here, etc. You get the information from the James Quant writings, and it is robust. It's again all-encompassing in terms of the historical reach. There are links that are made to other aspects of the Pasolini filmography that are mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. So it's a very monumental feat that's being accomplished here by James Quant in terms of this writing. It is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. One of the great strengths of this set overall, and I can't stress enough how much I love this set, and I cannot recommend it strongly enough. I recommend it wholeheartedly if you haven't been able to get this already. The Pasolini 101 set for the many reasons. One of the reasons being, I think, the greatness that is the writing. It's part of this set. So my number one favorite essay, or should I say essay contribution, that being the essays by James Quant with a wonderful Pasolini 101 set from Criterion. So there you have it. Those are my three favorite essays this year, 2023. I know there are so many, too many to mention because, again, each release essentially has its own essay. But for the most part, I understand, maybe not for every single writing, but for the most part, you should be able to access these writings through the Criterion Collection website directly. So with each film, most often there might be a link in each film's Criterion page, so you can scroll down to the maybe bottom part of the page and you might be able to find the link. So please check out those essays if you haven't done so already. And my strong recommendation, let me say it again, is to watch the films first, and then after you've seen the films, you can read the essays. Even for the James Quant Pasolini set, my strong recommendation is to watch all the Pasolini films first, and then you can read the James Quant essays because they are magnificent. So those are my takes on the essays, my favorite essays from the Criterion Collection from this year, 2023.